This week's AEW Dynamite was the first half of the promotion's annual Fyter Fest event, and like previous years, the show did not disappoint. Airing from the colonial city of Savannah, Georgia, AEW presented a stacked card to kick off Fyter Fest 2022, as well as gear up for the upcoming All Out pay-per-view. Several ads ran for the upcoming mega show in Chicago, and if last night's Dynamite is anything to go by, it'll be an interesting build. Fyter Fest Dynamite saw 3 title matches and 1 title change, leaving fans satisfied with the overall show. There were no shortage of memorable moments, but some stuck out more than others, and here are 5 big takeaways from AEW Fyter Fest. 5. The TNT title match that kicked off the show. AEW Dynamite started off strong with one of the most entertaining matches of the night as newly crowned TNT champion Wardlow faced Orange Cassidy. As we've come to expect in a match with Freshly Squeezed, there were antics galore, with some spots looking like they wouldn't be out of place in a vaudeville show. Danhausen also got in on the act, but his magic potion had no effect on the champ. With the comedy over with, Wardlow and Cassidy had an incredibly high-octane match, with OC making up for the size difference with some solid offense, while still seeming like the underdog. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough for Cassidy, who came up short against Wardlow in a fantastic opener. The match was as solid as you'd expect, but the fact that they were able to work humor into the match without hurting Wardlow's serious character really helped this match stand out. Number 4. Claudio Castagnoli proves he can be a future world champion. Since joining AEW, the reception that Claudio Castagnoli has received has been nothing short of incredible, as the move from WWE to the All Elite promotion has lit a fire in the former Cesaro. That newly found focus was on display again this week, as he showed why he is one of the strongest grapplers pound for pound during his match against Jake Hager. A highlight reel if there ever was one, Claudio played all of his greatest hits and showed just how good he really is, and why it's so baffling that WWE never gave him a main event run. With the momentum he currently has now in All Elite Wrestling, look for Claudio to be in the mix for the World Championship by the end of the year, and perhaps finally the Swiss Cyborg will win the big one. Number 3. The tag title match, which shouldn't have main evented. We'll be the first to admit that this was a great match, and we can understand why Tony Khan wanted to save the one title change of the night for the main event. With that said, we also have to admit that this match, as good as it was, could not compare to either the AEW World Championship or TNT Championship matches. In many ways, it feels like Khan is booking shows backwards, often starting with the most entertaining match rather than saving it for later. This kind of backwards booking is so consistent by Khan that we're not sure if he's doing it consistently on purpose or if he has some misguided logic. Having said that, the Young Bucks, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and Swerve in Our Glory told a great story, and with Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee winning gold, it's likely they will continue their love-hate tag team partnership. Number 2. Jericho has still got it on the mic. Chris Jericho was on last night's edition of Fyter Fest and was there to respond to a recent challenge laid out by Eddie Kingston. In a scathing monologue that got deeply personal, Jericho didn't just agree to a barbed wire everywhere match, but added some spice to the equation. Ending a fiery promo, Jericho said that Kingston isn't facing Le Champion, but would be taking on the Painmaker instead. The former AEW World Champion has never been a slouch on the mic, and yet again proved why he is considered one of the best talkers in wrestling history. Considering he is trading barbs with another microphone master in Kingston, the 30-plus-year veteran showed that he can still go, and we're excited for more excellent speeches like what we got this week. Number 1. Moxley and Takeshita left it all in the ring. In an interim AEW World title match, Jon Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita had a bloody war that left both men busted open. Ultimately, the match went to Moxley after a series of moves that led to a paradigm shift and another impressive win for the interim champ. That's not to take anything away from Takeshita, who the crowd loved so much they even appeared to turn on Moxley at times, an impressive feat to say the least. Takeshita should definitely make more appearances in AEW when he can, and Tony Khan would be a fool not to work with him again. It'll certainly be interesting to see what happens when CM Punk returns as the original AEW World Champion, but until that day comes, Moxley is holding the fort in his absence. A confrontation between Punk and Moxley will make for a great main event one day, and it's the match the wrestling world is waiting to see. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.